Good morning, and thank you for meeting me here at the well. In life, we often encounter moments of profound struggles and doubt. During these times that our faith can feel distant and hope can seem out of reach, even in the darkest moment. But God's love and compassion often shines through the unexpected ways. And recently, I had met a woman who was struggling deeply, facing not only health challenges, but also facing isolation and loss. She shared with me how everyone in her family has passed away and how she has no one. And she has the one person she has, he steals from her. Um, if she brung if she brought anything, he would steal it. And she can't find nothing in her house. She said he just takes it. But that's the only person that she can depend on that would take her grocery shopping, that would take her to her appointments. And I was just my heart just broke. I just felt so sorry. I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible when the only one person you have in your life that you can depend on, but they're taken from you at the same time because they know that you have no one else, and you have to lean on them to take your grocery shop and take you to the doctor's appointment and things. But she said that she can't find her car keys because he stole them. If she was to buy a microwave, she said he would take the cord. I mean, she said he steals her air conditioner. She buy that. I mean, it was just horrible when she has no one. He knows that she has no one, and and I was just like, I sat down and I was talking to her, and she just says, Gwen, she said, I prayed and prayed for someone, for God to send me someone that can help me. She said, because I have nobody. And she said, I prayed and prayed so much, God never answered my call. And then she says, I'm done. I no longer believe in God no more. And she said, I done cursed him every which way possible. And my heart just broke because at that moment I knew that she was crushed, she was broken, she was tired. And I said to her, I said, well, I believe that God sent you here in this moment to meet me, and I believe that this encounter was ordained by God. So how can I help you? I said, I'm here to help you. What is it that I can do? I said, I know you need to see a doctor, you need prescriptions, you need, so what is it that I can help you with? And she says, no, I don't think you can help me because God is not real. She said, I read many things online that tells me that God is not real. And I said, well, if you're looking online to find out God is not real, you're going to find it. There's a lot online that states that. So it's all about what you believe. I said, so I know like when you're going through something and it feels like God is not answering, you may not believe that God is real, but God is real. And I went like this, and I said, I'm a believer. And I said, so I want to help you. And she said, did you know that Adam and Eve were black? And I chuckled and I said, yes. She said, so you do know something. She said, but I no longer believe no more. And I said, okay. And so I began to walk her outside as her ride had came to pick her up. And I said, are you okay? Are you safe? And she says, I said, I said, I'm here to help. This is what I do. I serve. So she was like, well, no, thank you, Gwen. She said, that's all right. And I said, okay. So I realized at that moment that despite my efforts to help, I realized that sometimes the greatest support can offer is to simply just being present and just listening. So through this encounter, I was reminded that God's presence is often revealed through us through our compassion, our willingness to serve, and our unwavering faith. Even when sometimes you feel abandoned, God can use us as an instrument of hope and of light. So let us remember that even when our prayers seem unanswered, God's timing and wisdom is perfect. Sometimes the act of serving others is itself is just a powerful testimony of faith and love. Just like the three Hebrew boys with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were thrown into the furnace, but God was with them in the furnace. They did not get burned. God just does not abandon us. He doesn't just leave us there to fend for ourselves. He is with us in the darkness. If you open your eyes, you will see the light. In Deuteronomy 31:8, it says that he will never leave you or forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. That means, regardless of your circumstances, He is constant, present, in support. So if you can first just see the light in your darkness, don't leave Him, because He is not leaving you. Thank you again for meeting me here at the well. God bless.